Hey, how's it going? It's Matt McClure here, the Wellness Matt. And in my last post, I actually was talking about carbohydrates and how to foil the Carba-Lumpy-Rumpkis. As you can see, no one likes to be lumpy and flubbery, overweight. So, I mentioned something about the amount of carbohydrates you want to eat in your diet, and I said basically half your body weight in grams per day. And I know some people are going to disagree with me on that, and they're going to be, oh no, that's too excessive, that's too little, and always depends on the weight. So let me kind of verify just a little more. What we're trying to do is do some reduction on your macronutrient intakes. That's your carbs, protein, and fat. Mainly your carbohydrates. Your protein and fat are different numbers, which I'm going to talk about in some upcoming videos as far as like how you want to mess with those numbers so that having such a low carbohydrate amount can work for you. Now, more particularly what we're trying to do too in the process is take the fat you already have on your body and start burning that as fuel. And when you start adding an excess in carbohydrates in there, your body's going to use that as fuel rather than the fat already on your body. So you'll just get in a process where you don't burn the fat. So that's where we're going with a really low carbohydrate diet in that respect. Now, in addition, the idea is for you to replace your carbohydrates that aren't really the higher choices versus ones that are higher choices like fruits and vegetables, things that are natural, things of the sort like that, and to be very conscious of the amount we're eating. And in the process, this will definitely help with weight loss in that aspect. Now, there's a few other things we could talk about with carbohydrates that I'm not going to go too much into. I'll probably do a future post on, but it talks about the glycemic index, and what that is every carbohydrate you have is on the scale. Imagine this scale, and meaning the top of the scale at the highest is table sugar, and the lowest is like some kind of root or something, just something very natural that's not sugary, that absorbs in your body very slowly. So the absorption rate has a big effect on how fast your body regulates a lot of things. For example, like insulin in your body. If you have something like table sugar, your body's gonna have an insulin spike and a blood sugar spike, which we all know. We're like, oh, high blood sugar, and also like, oh, insulin levels, and there's an issue with diabetes that usually comes in with too much insulin over time, and your body stops basically reading everything correctly. It's kind of technical, I don't want to get too much into that, but the whole aspect of what I'm saying here is, though, it's not necessarily necessary to go so low in carb and like a normal diet typically, so to speak. There are other diets you can do. What I'm doing is I'm trying to optimize the effect of getting an extremely low body fat percentage, like something that like you can get to just so you have a flat stomach. If you're a guy, you can have a six-pack abs, whatever it means. But doing this doesn't have to be the prolonged long-term effect. I recommend it, especially in the short term, and you'll kind of be able to judge yourself as you go along. But I do recommend to shoot for this 0.5 grams per, like half your body weight in grams per serving. And there's a range too, like even if you're getting 1 gram per body weight versus half a gram, there's a scale in between that you could actually hit for, and it's going to be based on your individual body type. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say here, is that we're all individuals and we experience things differently. If you're coming from a place of needing to lose weight, might as well go for the best optimum choice of losing weight in a healthy manner, but also quick. So and I'm ranting a little bit, but I just want there to be no confusion that because I'm sure people are gonna be like, oh, that's too little or whatever. But I honestly, like people I've worked with, or just even looking into what other people have done with diets, like I know that to be a number that actually works. So trust me on it. I know it can be kind of hard. Look at my future videos that I have coming up. It's going to talk about how to basically balance the other portions so you don't be hungry, because you're going to be hungry if you didn't get enough carbohydrates. But that's why we're going to introduce good fat and protein ratios in my upcoming videos. So with that said, I just wanted to add that on there so there weren't any confusions or people were like, oh, this doesn't seem right. It works, trust me. Trust me on that. It's worked for a lot of people. So anyway, that's all I gotta say, and I hope you found this video in support of the other one to be helpful. So